You know, Mike was one of those guys that, first of all, had a great demeanor about him. He was extremely competitive. He was a guy that liked to have fun. You know, very intelligent individual. Came here with 36 hours, semester hours of degree weighted program already.
Great friend, great teammate. Guy that, you know, kept the room always in a good vibe.
You know, I'd always be watching him just because he was so unpredictable, and being in the locker room, you wouldn't know if he was gonna, try and tackle the next guy who walked by, or, go up and try and kiss him, or do something weird to make everybody laugh.
In the simplest terms possible, Mike was a trench guy, as Coach D'Antonio used to put it. He was a gamer, not only on the football field with his incredible punts and timely decisions to be a running back instead of a kicker, but in every area of his life. You wanted Mike to be on your side when things got tough.
I think he genuinely wanted to see people be happy. And I think that was his calling. He was always out there with a tweet or something to poke fun at something, but he also was a guy that you could talk to and would give you insight. And he was a very reflective young man. He was genuinely loved, I think, by everybody that he touched, and he was an amazing young person with a great future in front of him.
Well, I always thought that someday I'd be sitting in the audience listening to my son give this speech. But life is unpredictable. And so it's my privilege and my honor to accept this induction on his behalf. I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee and Michigan State trustees and administration for waiving the 10-year waiting period and inducting him now. He would be so proud. Michael always tried to represent Michigan State well on and off the field, and Michigan State has done just the same for him. Back in 2009, Mike had several offers from different schools, and he could have gone anywhere just about. Alabama, USC, Harvard, MSU. And I remember the night before he committed, we were sitting in the living room, and he had kind of narrowed down his choices to 2 schools. And we were talking about the pros and cons. And I said, you know what, honey, I want you to go to bed and think about this tonight. Just think about it, rest on it, pray. So he did, and the next morning he came down and he said, well, I'm going to MSU. I said, you are? Why? And he said, I think it's the right place for me. He said, I really like Coach D. I trust him. I think he's honest. I like the rest of the coaches. I like the campus. I want to be able to play in front of my friends and family. He said, it just feels right. It feels like the best choice, the right choice for me. So he called Coach D, who was on his way back from the Big Ten Media Days in Chicago. I think you're at one of your favorite restaurants, weren't you, Mark? And he committed. And it was the best decision he could have made. In 5 years, Mike earned unparalleled success both on the field and off, as well as earning 2 degrees, one in engineering and one in public policy. He had incredible opportunities here at Michigan State, just like each one of you has receiving your letter jackets today. And if he was standing here in front of you, he'd say, it's great that you've achieved what you have, but it's what you do going forward that matters. So how are you going to build on this foundation of success? When you become really good at a sport, you develop a platform. And from this platform, you can make a difference. So how are you going to do that? I want you to think about that. How are you going to do that? First, you need to get a good education. It's the one thing that can never be taken away from you. Each of you receiving a letter jacket today has drive and determination to succeed. It's how you got to where you are in your sport. You put that same effort into academics, and you can be just as successful in education as you are in your sport. Second, aim high and push yourself. You've climbed one mountain, and you've earned a varsity jacket. But now push yourselves to build on that foundation. There's a mountain range in front of you. Conquer it. Go get it. Get higher grades, earn more athletic awards, do more for your community. Push. Third, live with integrity. Be proud to look yourself in the mirror every single morning and every single night, knowing you've done it right. Michael didn't know that July 23rd, almost 2 months ago now, would be his last day. But it was. And he's receiving this tonight because he did things right. He lived with integrity. Fourth, show compassion to every human being. MSU does a great job of choosing worthwhile causes for you to embrace. For example, we recently received a sympathy card with a really nice letter in it from Paige Duran's mother. In it, she wrote these words: "Mike was always so kind to Paige. He made sure he said hi and gave her that big, infectious smile of his whenever he saw her. We'll never forget when Mike assured Paige that she could still have a sideline pass after her treatments ended. He said to Paige, 'Paige, players don't come to Michigan State just to play football. We come to Michigan State to be part of a family, and you are part of our family, Paige.'" His mother went on to write, "I was amazed at how Mike understood and appreciated what was truly important, using his talents to encourage others. Mike made Paige and every other person he encountered feel like the most important person in the world. Your actions define you more than your words ever will. If you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. Fifth, surround yourself with good friends and good people. They also define you. And finally, find fun in every day of this journey. Whether it's petting an invisible cat on national TV or just goofing around with teammates, give yourselves and others a reason to laugh. Mike had the same platform here at Michigan State that you all have. He used it to make a difference. He used it to affect millions of lives. I challenge you to use the platform that you've earned to make your lives and the lives of others better. Thank you. Go Green.